Thank you for joining me as I try and break down some of the basic yoga poses for beginners or anyone fairly new to what we're doing. I'm going to start in Warrior 2, standing. So my left foot 12 o'clock, my right foot is around 9 or 10 o'clock. It doesn't matter. I'm not really in the pose right now. I'm just creating the foot position. And what I want to do before I start stretching is to make sure that I'm breathing from my diaphragm and I'm breathing in and out of my nose. So I'll just take a moment here. Breathe in. As I breathe out, my belly kind of empties and it feels like my abdominal muscles tighten. So again, breathe in. Breathe out. I want to create a sense of calmness in my body before I start stretching. If I just go straight into Warrior 2, chances are my body's just going to resist what I'm doing. Always get your breathing right before you start the pose. That's the single most important advice that I would give to any beginner. Think about your breathing. If you're breathing out of the mouth, the brain thinks you're too stressed. Nothing really works and the experience just feels awful. Close your mouth. Breathe in and out of your nose. You can see how my shin is perpendicular. Look at your feet, stretch your toes, raise your arms up. Breathe in through the nose. Notice how I ease off to draw oxygen into my body. And as I breathe out of the nose, that's when I sink. And see how my body is fairly straight. I'm not leaning forward. That makes it much harder on your thigh, just nice and straight. And then just ease off. You don't need to hold poses for too long. I want you to switch sides by just switching your feet around so you're facing the other side. Front foot 12 o'clock, back foot 9 o'clock, and just raise your arms up there. And I just want you to feel balanced. Breathe in and breathe out. All I'm doing right now is focusing on my toes. If I'm using all 5 toes, I have a really good foundation for the pose. And I'm so used to it now, but I want to constantly remind you to keep your mouth closed. There's no reason for you to go. It means that what you're doing is too demanding. And then just ease off. Again, switch feet, face the other side. We're going to come into triangle pose. Same foot position, left foot 12 o'clock, right foot 9 o'clock or 10. Again, I prefer 2 o'clock, 2 or 3. I prefer 2 for my hip. I'm going to bend my front knee and my left hand's going to hold onto the shin. And then I'm going to lean back, reach up and straighten the front leg. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend into your front knee and then just ease off. We'll do that again. So I'm going to hold onto my shin with my left hand, really firm grip, right hand onto the hip. And if you can see me, you see how my shoulder drops and I want to resist by leaning back. There, lean back, reach up and then straighten your front leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Bend your front knee and ease off. And then just switch sides. I'm only doing a couple of poses today. It's always better to refine the basics. Do a few poses at a time. Feel comfortable in what you're doing and then move on. Right hand holds onto the shin. See how I straighten my leg, but you see where my head goes? It doesn't do this. I resist gravity. Reach up. Breathe in and breathe out. Ease off by bending the front knee. Just have a little shake, have a little fidget. When you're ready, we'll do that again. Hold on to the shin. Straighten the front leg if you can. And can you see how I'm reaching forward with my head rather than this? So as if I'm propelling forward. And then reach up, breathe in and breathe out. Going to bend the knee and ease off. Just have a little shake, and the best thing to do is just shake it off, go for a walk. Again, if you're a beginner watching this, the reason I'm only teaching 2 yoga poses is that I just want you to understand the basics. Understand your foot position in Warrior 2 and understand when you're doing triangle how you want to go forward, not down. If you can get those principles hammered into your head, you'll find some of the other poses so accessible. I'd like you to do 3 things for me. Firstly, I'd like you to practice those poses repeatedly with your mouth closed. Your breathing should be exclusively nasal. That is the single most important principle in physical yoga. The second thing I'd like you to do is repeat those poses as often as you can to really develop that motor memory so the brain adapts and they get easier and easier. That will create a really solid foundation for the second part of the video that I'll release next week. And the third thing I'd like you to do is, of course, subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching.